Morning, everybody. Oh, not morning where you're at. That's okay, because you could have eggs for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Welcome to Three Eggs Are Better Than One. Devin is joining us today as Brad is not available. He will rejoin the carton as soon as possible. But you've got me, Madam, and you've got Bryant. And you guys have met Devin before. Thanks, Devin, for joining us. I've got a different setup today. Maybe I appear different if you're watching. Maybe I appear better. I don't know. But we're going to go right into Sunny Side Up. Good news of the week. So, Bryant, why don't you start us out?
Good news of the week. For me, it is all business. I just finished Nebraska Land Days here a couple weeks ago. As you guys are listening to this, I know Brad always loves me talking about the fun activities that happens with Nebraska Land Days. Had Zach Top for the musical act and Matt M approved band Treaty Oak Revival as
Yeah.
well. Came to town to perform. Luckily, Matt gave me some warning before the Treaty Oak show, so I was prepared for one of their songs that I did not know. Where they throw around some drinks. Was not ready
Yeah.
for that. I'll be honest. Um,
Yeah, what happened?
so they have a song where they tell you to like just they tell you to throw your drink in the air. And I was not like Matt gave me some warning on that because what they normally do for their shows as they announce to the crowd is they tell them to just throw their drink, like throw bottle and all up there as well. They ask for the crowd to please refrain and just toss your drink, like just try to hope the liquid comes out
Yeah.
um, of everything. Actually, for that night only, they actually for bottles confiscated all the bottle caps to make sure that there was no like actual you know injuries that could happen from it. But it was a fun time, great show, good act as well going on with Treaty Oak Revival. Again, not familiar, but it was a good show. And now just trying to get through the 4th of July. It is a busy time in the soda world. And apparently people like buying soda for the 4th of July. I like to drink beer, but that's just me. But surviving Nebraska Land Days, 4th of July, sunny side up for me.
Sunny Side Up. It will be after 4th of July when this is published. So we hope
Yes.
everybody had a good one. Let's go to Devin, Sunny Side Up.
All right, so my sunny side up for the week. Last time you guys heard me, I was in the middle of coaching my 12U season. I would just want to report we got first place. We won it all.
All
Look at this
right.
guy. Look at
Ended
this guy go.
undefeated, 15-0. It was a good season. Uh,
Dominant.
yeah, I coached my little brother, so now he's moving up to the modified level and won't be back next year. I might coach another team just because I have a couple younger brothers too. So
Well, I mean, you just went undefeated. I mean, you got to keep the coaching career going. I mean, look, I mean, or you could take the advice of Matt M. Undefeated soccer coach retires right away. I mean, smart
That's
move.
right. 2-0 undefeated.
smart. That's the way to go, maybe. But all right, I have a second sunny side up. So
Please.
me and my Sue met long time ago, 14 years ago, back when we were pups, just teenagers, and we were both teen helpers at Vacation Bible School. I don't know if you guys have that in the area near you,
We do, yes.
I
but
do not.
so okay, well, my son is now he's only one, but they have a little 1 to 3 group age, so he was able to go this week and able to go participate in all the songs and dances, and I don't know, I got pictures from this whole week, and he had a grand old time. But it's just kind of it's wrenching at the heart seeing that that's where me and my wife met, and now he's the going there.
All right.
That's awesome.
I like that. Guys, so we missed last week, right? And it's been a while since we recorded, and what happens with Matt M when it's been a while since we've recorded? I have a lot of stuff.
We'll kick back and be comfy, Devin.
So
It'll
I
take a
think
while.
I think I got a lot here. I'm gonna start out with some details of coaching my son's baseball team, which is 8U, and we did not go undefeated or win a championship. We did have our final All Stars game, and it was against another team who was not doing so good like us. And it was the last game of the season, and it's been a long season. We had a rec team, we had a travel team, we have an All Stars team, and in the Northeast, it's been like 100 degrees, literally 100 degrees for days. And nobody really wanted to play this game because it was not going to factor into the championship. But we played the game, It was at 7 p.m. and it was 99 degrees at 7 p.m. And we played this game. And I swear, in like the fourth inning, I felt a little cooler, and I was like, "Oh, it's cooled off," and it was 96. But anyways, here's the okay. Let me give you some details. We lost the game on a walk-off walk in the bottom of the fifth, which is the last inning. And the score was 22 to 21, which is an absurd baseball score. There was a lot of walks. You know, there's a strict pitch limit for kids that young. So you go through your sort of regular rotation in a game, and we were also missing two players that were not available. And, then we just end up pitching other kids who just are throw less accurately, and you end up walking a bunch of guys. Truth is, we played a lot better than the other team. We had way more hits. We swung the bat way more. We actually made plays and outs in the field. Problem is, they only let you score 5 runs an inning. We could have had innings where we far surpassed 5 runs before getting 3 outs, but they cut you off. That keeps the games close, and then we ended up losing. So we lost, but and the kids were upset. But we strategically pre-planned a water balloons celebration because it was so hot, and we just wanted to do something fun for these kids. It would have been nice to celebrate a win, and also it would cheer them up if it was a loss. So it was a loss. We gave them our post-game chat, and then we started launching water balloons at them that they didn't really know about. So that was fun. But here's the sunny side up, guys. The cooler that contained the water balloons. Sorry, my lighting is off here. The cooler that contained the water balloons ended up filling with water as some of them leaked. And after we threw them around, they chased me around with the cooler and gave me the old Gatorade bath. So first career, I mean it was water, but first career Gatorade bath, which was I was pretty honored. It was pretty cool that they thought to do that, and it was just super fun, and everybody left happy. So sunny
That's
side up
awesome.
on that, man. Sunny
Heck
side up on
yeah.
that. So that's
It
pretty
is
cool.
awesome. I'm surprised there's not like a heat restriction limit. Like
Uh,
99 seems
I,
ridiculous.
the All Stars is, the rules are dictated by like the people in charge of the whole district, not our town. So it wasn't really up to us.
And they
I
want
mean,
your kids to melt, clearly. I mean,
nobody really wanted to play, but I gotta say, once it got time to go down there and play, I was like, all right, let's win. Let's just take it seriously instead of sitting there bitching and moaning. I'm gonna continue with more stuff. So last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, my son actually had a game scheduled for the night, and it was rained out. It was canceled at an hour before it was supposed to start because it was kind of iffy. And I had wanted to actually go to a concert that night, as I frequently do, but I didn't buy tickets because I didn't want to jeopardize missing the games that my son plays in that I coach. But the game was canceled, so I texted some friends, I hopped on StubHub, and I ended up buying one individual ticket for myself to go to this small theater in New York State. And I was just maybe meet up with some people, maybe not. No big deal. I've gone to concerts by myself before. I drove there. Took an hour to get there. I got there, just in time. I walked in. They're walking in at the same time. My seat was literally right next to theirs by complete coincidence. They had 3 seats, and mine was the fourth seat at the end of the row. I sat with them the entire time. It was incredible. I mean, how's that happen?
that's crazy.
It's like a
That's
3,000, 2,000, or 3,000 seat theater, and I was
never
right.
happens. No.
It's amazing. Also, Brian,
Yeah.
I sent you photos a while ago. I don't know if you happen to have them
Oh,
ready.
First,
you give
Matt,
me
what
one.
was the concert? You didn't say who it
Yeah, you
was.
didn't
Oh,
say.
it was Trey Anastasio, who is the guitar player and singer of Fish, who I have seen many, many times, and yeah, he's doing a solo acoustic show. So it was
Yeah,
amazing as usual.
nice.
That's cool.
Do you want all three
Uh,
photos, Matt?
yeah, just put them up. You can flash through them. We visited a farm, a relative's farm, and they have a Highland cow. I was talking about Priscilla,
Yes,
Highland cow. Are there more photos, I think?
there are. There's this picture of you.
Yes. Little selfie. I mean, look at that thing with the hair and all that. That's awesome.
Yeah. And by the way, goat in the background.
Goat. Yeah, they had like there's like 10 goats, a bunch of chickens,
Yeah. And then this is the
um,
last one you sent me here.
a cat, a dog,
It's adorable. Not
all the
gonna
usual.
lie.
Amazing. I mean, amazing. I didn't even know these were like a real thing until recently. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
So
While we were
out of the
there,
three eggs, Bryant, you're the only one that hasn't went and played with cows.
I didn't
I play
play.
with him all the time.
I
Don't
did not
worry.
play with the cat. While we were out of town, I went to a grocery store, and for some reason that I noticed in the like little lobby area, there was a stand to you could dispose of your old batteries. I had never seen that before. That was unusual for me. I just thought I would point that out. And finally, for Sunny Side Up, 30 years ago, must have been when I graduated from eighth grade, and somebody must have given me as a gift a $100 savings bond, which, as you may know, was purchased for $50 at the time, and you have to wait 30 years for it to mature to $100 plus interest. And guess what? July 1st, it had passed the 30-year mark and reached full maturity, and I brought it to the bank and it was worth $126.
Hey,
Cha-ching!
got some
Sunny side
firework
up.
money now.
I mean, that's a long wait for
Yeah.
$126. Woo!
For only $26 inflation over 30 years.
Uh, I don't interest. I don't know. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know how it works. I'm losing track of my pages here. I got a different setup. Okay. We are gonna move. Normally we'd go to hard boiled with Brad. We're gonna go to Devin for mystery topic.
Whatever Devin
So
wants.
I just decided to go with hard boiled too.
All
There's not too
right.
much that really
Yes.
Gimmick infringement.
there's not much that ticks me off too much, but you know what ticks me off right now is these actually as we're recording, it could be a complete opposite thing. But these stinking Yankees, they're on a 6 game losing streak. They've
Yeah.
lost like 7 out of their last 8. This is terrible. This is oh
They
man.
look hard. They look horrible. They're winning right now.
Yeah, as we're
Or-
recording, they're still up. But because of the
Yeah.
rain delay, actually I'm not watching right now, but
We just had an, I mean, I'm fairly close to them. Insane thunderstorm. Insane. Like it's been, as I mentioned, 100 degrees for like 3 or 4 days. That's usually finished off with thunderstorm, and it was insane.
well, I can talk about that because I'm only about 6 hours north.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday, as recording, 2 days ago, we had this big power outage and thunderstorms throughout our entire town. 70-mile-an-hour winds were recorded, and when I woke up to go to work yesterday morning, there was trees falling down all over, trees on houses. There's at least 3 different pictures I've taken where big, ginormous trees were uprooted and fallen onto the house right next to them.
Oh,
Really scary stuff. Luckily, me and my family's our houses were all okay, but it's been pretty nuts. This is the closest thing I've had to a tornado.
I will say this. Devin sent me a Snapchat of himself standing outside his office. He's like, it's downpouring. Turns the camera and like you can barely see across the street. It's raining so hard. And then a car drives by through a puddle and he goes, look at that puddle. And I'm just, it's fantastic. So yes.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have like
Snapchat.
a 400-day
Snapchat.
streak or something.
Yeah.
I don't even have Snapchat.
Yeah, you're too old for Snapchat. I get it. So
I guess I am. I guess I am.
us young people, you know,
You youngsters, you have any more hard boiled, sir?
No, I mean, there's not really too much that grinds my gears. I'm a happily married guy with a young kid that, makes me happy every day. So there's not too much
there you go.
spoiled about.
Yeah, Brad is tough to replace in the hard boiled category.
Very hard.
Moving along, scrambled eggs for Bryant, which I think is inconsistencies. I'm not sure.
It would be some inconsistencies. Yes, inconsistencies. And, man, we have a lot of things that we can go over. And it's always a fun category for me because, there's always things that you can find or, um, different things and different topics to go over and talk about. So we're going to talk about a few things here as I get my stuff pulled up here because, movies and TV are always the way to go with a lot of these things. And, when I think of inconsistencies, you got to think of, it's always television. Television's always the main platform here. So we're going to talk a couple movies here or talk TV show, a lot of movies here tonight, but We'll start off with, one of the longest running cartoons that is out there is The Simpsons. Simpsons have been on forever, starting on the Tracy Ullman show, transitioning obviously to their own platform and their own show. But one of the things that I always enjoyed and always laughed about is, they'd always do the flashbacks. They do the flashback episodes where, they kind of show how the story started and, how things got to where they were for the family. And one of the episodes they flash back to is the episode where Marge, has to tell Homer, hey, we're going to have another baby. Maggie's on the way. But the interesting part about that is when Marge decides to tell Homer, there's already a picture of Maggie in the background.
Hmm.
Maggie's already there. Maggie's already part of the family. So little inconsistency there with kind of getting ahead in the story. As you see, Marge is pregnant with Maggie, but yet Maggie is already part of the wall of pictures in the
Well, I
background.
mean, that's not. I mean, that's a solvable situation for an animated show. Did they do that
Yes,
on purpose?
I would think so, but maybe again, one of those interesting things that, it's up to Matt Groening to let us know on that one.
Hmm.
So, for our next photo, we're going to talk some more movies here. We're going to talk one of the classics, Gone with the Wind. It's from the 1990s or early 1900s, set in the
1990s.
1990s. Yes, 1990s. Yes. Set in Civil War time. Fantastic book. But when they're rolling through the spots, they're rolling into the city. You see this light post here, but when you look at the light post, you clearly see the light bulb inside. As we're depicting this in Civil War times, the light bulb isn't invented
Ah.
for another, I believe, 30 years after the Civil War. So kind of one of those funny little things that if you catch it, it's one of those things that kind of catches your eye pretty quickly there.
So what would be in there?
A candle.
Huh.
Like they had candles in there, or some sort of flame would be lit up to kind of
Okay.
show, to kind of light the path for everyone
You
going
could
around
even
there.
see it in the one that's further away too.
Yeah.
That's a good catch.
Yes. So for our next one, we're going to talk a little Pitch Perfect. Because why not, right? We all love musicals, right? We all love music. And they have the scene or the big climactic scene where they're doing their big performance. It's all a cappella. Um, but the thing that makes me laugh through this is you see the hairstyle change with each shot of the dance, of the singing and the dancing in the end choreograph here. I just find it funny. It's kind of one of those continuity things, but as you see in two shots, it's the same. But then when they flash to her again in the middle, the hair is flowing. Always kind of one of those continuity things that I laugh at. But again, it's a me thing. So
I definitely see that same thing in sitcoms where like one person be talking and he'll have his hand up holding the cup and then flashback to turn around
Yeah.
and his arms are now down or his arms are
Yeah.
crossed or something.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
So for our final one, we're going to talk some Tarantino here. We're going to talk Pulp Fiction. One long-standing thing that's always been there with Pulp Fiction is just do bullet holes in the background. Pre-bullet holes, pre-gunfight,
Yeah.
bullet holes. Are we shooting on a sequence? Are we not taking this in time of how this is going? This is a Tarantino thing that you think would be caught right away, but no, not in Pulp Fiction here. You had the bullet holes in the background behind them already in the scene. Kind of just a quick catch, but one of those interesting things that you would assume Quentin Tarantino could catch, right?
Yeah, this is probably historically my favorite movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember many years ago, I knew a lot about the movie, a lot of details, a lot of, all these types of things where, because, the movie is told out of sequence. So
Mm-hmm.
there's some questionable continuity and things that don't happen the same way twice or whatever.
Right.
So I've seen this before and there's just no explanation, right? It was just an error.
No, this is an error, complete error. Even they even said it after the fact, complete error in production. But it just kind of creates that mystique of like,
Yeah.
how did you not catch this? It's kind of one of those deals of, it's Tarantino. You think he'd be on, he's always on the ball. He's so meticulous with a lot of this stuff that to see that get through and make its way into the movie still, it's always just fascinating sometimes. So, scrambled eggs, guys.
Well, thank you. Brad really loves those, so he's going to be upset that he missed it. Man, hopefully he checks out the episode.
Yes.
Um, But we are going to move on to egg on your face, which is tell a joke. And I'm going to go first. And I wasn't quite sure what to do. So I asked my son for some of his jokes, which I don't think I've shared before.
No.
We got a couple here for the children's jokes. What is brown and sticky? A
Wow.
stick.
Ah, yes.
How do you know the ocean is friendly?
The waves.
It waves. There you go.
Hey, I got one. All right.
Yeah. We were on a cruise once and he would say that to everybody.
That sounds
Made
about right.
sense there, yeah.
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 And finally, when is a door not a door?
When it's open.
When it's ajar.
Ah.
I'm like, you don't know what a jar means, guy.
No, he does
I
not.
guess he does know. I don't know. I don't
I
know.
guess he does not. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What does Devin have for tell us a joke? Dad jokes?
Um, I I misinterpreted it.
Oh.
I did it wrong. Egg on your face. I kind of thought of something like a joke to you, like something that happened years ago. The egg
Well,
was
whatever you
Please,
got.
please do, man.
Fill
Tell
the
us a
time.
all
story.
right.
Fill the
So
time.
Tell the story.
as we're recording, 15 years ago, this was before I was with my wife and everything. I was with a previous girlfriend. It just so happened to be her birthday today, 15 years ago today. I was a very bad boyfriend and did not know it was her birthday. And I had this opportunity that I took, so I broke up with her. The
Ah,
very next day, I acted upon that opportunity and hung out with one of her decently close friends at the fireworks.
Okay.
Well, I was making out with her under these fireworks, and just so
oh,
happened my ex-girlfriend that I broke up with the day before on her birthday was across the field watching us.
And how is this a joke?
Oh, is egg on my face. That's what that
that's what that is. There's no
Ah,
joke in
okay.
this. That's just egg on your
Oh,
face.
gotcha.
Yes.
yeah.
Literal.
So
Literal.
I
Sometimes we're very
misinterpreted
literal, and
it.
sometimes we just
I get that.
making shit up.
Oh, yeah.
That's rough. How old
That's
are
a
you?
rough one, but yes, that is egg on your
We
face for
live and
sure.
we learn. That
How,
was my
how old
worst
are you?
fireworks experience, probably.
Yeah.
But you were young, right? How old?
Oh, I was like 13 or 14 at the
Oh,
time.
okay. Yeah, yeah,
I
teenager.
was a young teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's classic teenager. What you just described probably happened on an episode of like 90210 or something, right?
Probably, I don't know. Oh, well,
All
yeah.
right, Brian, did you do the assignment correctly?
I think so. Sure. I got a couple jokes here. So because again, I guess this is just the way to do it. Today on a drive, I decided to go visit my childhood home. I asked the people living there if I could go inside because I wanted to feel nostalgic but they refused and slammed the door in my face. My parents are so weird.
That's a very Bryant joke.
Yeah. Uh, Today I asked my phone Siri, why am I single? It activated the front-facing camera. And I'll give one more here. I'll do one more here. I just came across my wife's Tinder profile, and I'm so angry about her lies. She is not fun to be around.
Your wife's Tinder profile. Yeah.
Very Bryant stuff right there.
There we go. Absolutely.
And
Gotta
I'd
fit
like to,
those in.
and I'd like to add that by way of Devin misinterpreting the topic, he actually does have egg on his face.
He
A
does.
lot of layers here, a lot of
Yeah.
layers.
This is what we do here. This is the show.
This is the show. What's about to happen is really the show, and it's omelet time, and it's my turn. And I'm pretty sure the last time Brad missed, it was also my turn. Maybe he just does not enjoy when I'm the center of
This is the
attention,
Mad M topics.
my own
Yes.
material. But I said I was going to talk about my observations, which this topic was inspired by Brad. So I've been compiling just a list of my thoughts might be some likes and dislikes and just thoughts that I have that I just see in the world and I got to get them out there. I've noticed a lot of these have to do with like driving, so let's bear with me. So I think most people they park incorrectly. I don't know if it's because they're bad at it or they're lazy or but like in front of my house there's like room for two cars and a lot of times people park in the middle. Is that because they don't want another car parking next to them or
Yeah.
because they're an asshole or I don't like or they're stupid.
See,
Like
I do that in my house. My house, you can fit two cars in front, but if I don't want people parking in front of my house, I park right in the middle to make sure nobody parks in front of my house.
yeah, I mean, I can understand that being a tactic for a homeowner, but that's not the situation here. I just don't get it, you know? I also think like if you're pulling up somewhere and there's like a driveway entrance or something that ends the parking availability, you should drive right up to it and use up as much as you can without being in the way. But people don't do that. They like park closer to like the next car. And it's like you shouldn't be measuring spots based on the cars. You should be measuring spots based on where the driveway is, you know? That's how I think.
Yeah.
I also think I know that most people just they don't understand right of way or they don't use it correctly. Right by my house, there are several very, very, very tricky intersections. Like just getting out of my neighborhood is like dangerous. And people are always like, I hate when somebody has the right of way, but they stop and then they wave you, and it's like, don't wave me because you might be stopped for me, but there are three other directions of cars that need to comply with what you're doing in order for it to be safe for me to go. The car approaching from behind you, like it doesn't make sense. So I'm going to try to explain this. You pull up to a stop sign and there's a pretty busy street going left to right, and they're not stopping. And on the other side, they have a stop sign coming towards me. Now, people coming at me, they are usually trying to make a left. They have to wait for the busy traffic to slow down and make a left. So they're waiting, they're waiting, they're waiting. Now, I'm coming from the other direction, and I approach the stop sign, and now I'm going to make a right. I have now usurped their right of way, but nobody understands that. They think I've been waiting to make this left. I have the right of way. You don't. I have taken your right of way because I'm making a right, which supersedes your left turn. Nobody understands that. So
Explain to me.
every time I go to make this right, they're turning as if it's like their turn. And I'm like, it's not. How do you not understand this? They just don't, there's impatient.
Yeah, it's 100% impatience. Do
Let's
you follow
continue.
do you follow them and then correct them?
I do not.
Oh, okay.
Did you know Gatorade used to say shake well on it? I mean, did anybody ever do you shake a Gatorade? It used to say that.
I as I am holding my Gatorade in my
Oh,
hand,
I don't think it says that
yeah,
anymore.
it does not say that anymore.
No, it
No.
used to. It used to.
Yeah.
Um, Nothing against Kevin Hart. I did watch his roast, which was recently. I have never ever seen a movie that he's in or his stand up ever. I no particular reason why. I just haven't.
His stand up
I
is
don't even
good.
know.
I
I
did
don't even know
enjoy
what he
stand
does.
up.
I don't even know what he does. I have no idea.
He's funny.
What's with like the random like long pee? Like sometimes you go pee and it's just like twice as long as every other time you pee. Like what is that about? Like
Well, how long have you been holding it?
I don't think that has anything to do with it. It just
It does.
happens
How long have
sometimes.
you been holding it?
I don't know.
Let's
Is it
ask the
like
real
when you
questions
wake
here.
up,
Yeah, Devin's got a good point. Is this when you wake up?
your first pee of the morning? It's
Yeah, I
about
mean that could be a longer one. It just seems like random and unexpected sometimes. When I eat spicy food, which I like to do, hot sauce, I can actively feel steam escaping from the top of my head. Like it gets moist up there.
What?
It's weird. It's very weird. I don't have a lot of hair. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
I don't buy this. I need a picture. Next time let's call Sue, have her make something spicy, and then I want pictures.
I don't know if steam is capturable in a photograph.
But you said your head gets wet. I'd like to see that.
It does. I swear to God, it does.
all right. I
Sweaty.
have a genuine question based off of this. If you're
Yeah.
cold, could you eat hot food to just warm up?
Apparently. That's if I'm ever like
It's
trapped in
great.
a yeah. Do you guys know what a snow broom is? Like the snow removal tool for your car?
Yeah.
Whoever invented that, I hope they have their own island in like Tahiti or something, because that is just one of the best inventions of like the last 20 years. Um, go to the car wash sometimes. Every in like the kind where like you drive through onto the tracks and you stay in your car. How come every drive-through entrance there's like an 85-degree angle turn you have to make like right before you line up your wheels? It's like it's the most asinine thing because you have to be straight, but they're giving you this obstacle right before it. That's what
Yeah,
happens.
it doesn't need to be that sharp. It could
Yeah.
just be a gradual or right in front of you. Come on.
Yeah. I don't know how anybody uses, and Brian's not going to know anything about this, Devin. Maybe you will. But I don't know how anybody uses those neck pillows on an airplane. I mean, it's so hot already on an airplane, and then you're covering up your neck. Like one of the most important elements to my survival on an airplane is putting the fan or the fan on full cooling blast, or else I'm just not going to make it. I don't know how people do that.
Well, it's to
An
support your.
airplane,
What was that, Devin? What did you say?
dude, on the airplane, no, I can't wear it on an airplane at all. But in
No.
the car, after like a long road trip, that
You
neck,
wear it in the car?
yeah.
What are you talking about? While driving?
Not while I'm driving, but if someone else is driving, I've done multiple road trips with my dad and stuff.
You don't just lay. You just don't get in the back seat and lay down.
Well, well, if that's full of people,
You
or
know,
all
you come
those
from this
people
big,
crammed in the
I
back.
don't know, you got this big family thing, who knows who's driving and
That's
Yeah,
true.
I got a huge
how many people are wearing the same pair of pants. I don't know.
zero.
What's I, I feel like I have an issue with that term greater, like the greater New York City area. Like it's supposed to mean like the surrounding area, right? But it's not greater. Why do we say greater? I don't like that.
It doesn't make sense because it's New York State. So what's, if you say the greater New York area, are we talking about Canada?
I just don't. I just don't. I don't know. Lottery, scratch off lottery tickets. We can't come up with something better here for the surface. It's got to be this disgusting little metallic scratch dust that gets everywhere. And
Yeah.
so
You
That's
ever
how
play
you
the
know
pull
you did
tab
it.
ones in the
I think
bar?
we could do better.
That's pickle cards. Love pickle cards.
I think we can do better. The kitchen of a hotel restaurant seems like an awfully popular place to have like a violent chase or a gunfight. This is always happening in movies.
That's true.
And the people, the chefs, they just continue on with their day, right? They're still
Yeah.
they're
It's a
still cook
normal thing to
still
them. Yeah.
cooking it up, but somebody's running through, you know. It's always a passageway. I mean, it
Yeah. That's
happens.
how you escape.
Yeah. It's in a lot of scripts. I think we think of women's haircuts as being very expensive. They have more hair, they're long hair, elaborate. Maybe they're getting it colored or layered or whatever these things. I think men spend more money on haircuts though, because I mean, I go very much more frequently. My wife hardly ever goes. So she's paying like, a much steeper fee once versus my like 10 times, you know? I, I think
Don't tell the wives this though.
I'm spending more money. I think I'm spending more money.
No. This is weird. Okay.
It's summertime. I think we need to retire the term bathing suit. Should have never been that to begin with. We're not bathing in it. I like swimsuit better. Why are we calling it bathing suit? We're not bathing.
Well, that's what it was. You were used it to bathe in.
It was so we grow, we learn,
How do you
you
know
know,
people still aren't doing it, man?
then they can call it bathing suit. And people say I used to say this when I was a kid, suntan lotion. No, 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 it's sunblock for me. I'm not trying. It's not suntan lotion. That's a stupid term. Let's get rid of that one.
You're not trying to get a tan, though? I mean,
I'm trying to not get burned.
hmm.
I'm trying to block the sun. I think people who live in this country, the United States, I feel like we don't use the term American correctly. People say American. What they really mean is somebody who lives in the United States of America, right?
Hmm.
But I mean, if you live in Mexico, you're American because you live in North America. If you live in Canada, you're American. It, I mean, I'm not
No, you're
wrong.
Canadian. You're Canadian. But
You
I
know,
mean,
you could live in Argentina and you're American because that's South America. But we say we've just decided, no, 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 we're just taking America. We're just taking America. And people say like the name of the country is America. It's not. The country actually doesn't have a name. It's the United States. You know, that's not even a name. It's not like Argentina or Chile or Venezuela or an actual name. It's a lack of a name. We're a group with no name. Okay. I am not bragging at all. I don't have any games on my phone. It's just
what?
never have, and I don't currently.
I find
80s
that
retro mania wrestling, you'll be obsessed. Every
I
match
don't
is
do it.
great.
I just don't do it.
I find that hard to believe.
I'm
You
not
have no
lying.
games, none.
No games.
So when you go somewhere and your son's like, "Hey, can I play on your phone?" Nothing.
No, he doesn't play on my phone. And I guess if it really
Interesting.
came to it, he would open YouTube, which I do have, but that's not a game.
It's not a game though. No.
Do you go in Safari and play any of the 82andO.com games or Immaculate Grid games?
I have done Immaculate Grid. I wouldn't consider that to be a game on my phone though. That's a web browsed thing, and I probably haven't done that since a month after that debuted, whenever that was. Moving along. What's with that thing where like sometimes you can like hear or feel like liquid sloshing around in your stomach? This kind of goes along with the peeing thing. But sometimes it's like, why am I hearing liquid in my stomach right now? Just seems random to me. This one was really for Brad. Bucket seats. Remember that? Remember when that was like a selling point for cars?
Yeah.
Bucket seats. You ever see an ad online for like an event and it's like, what is this event? What does this person do? An evening with John Cusack. What is he doing? An evening
Hanging
with
out.
an evening with Candace Cameron. Is she playing the piano? What the fuck is she doing? She's an actress. Is it a one woman show? Why does my TV keep doing this? Okay. All right, you guys don't care about any of this, do you?
I do. I'm just so like here's my thing. Okay, I'm gonna jump in on that. So if you are offered an evening with like you just said, Joan Cusack, can't whatever,
It was
you're not gonna
John
go?
Cusack.
Whatever. I like Joan Cusack better. You wouldn't go? You still wouldn't go?
For an evening with John Cusack? No,
Sure.
I would not go. I would go to
But I'm
like
just
an evening with Larry David or
yeah,
something.
you would go to that. But if they advertised nothing, just said an evening with Larry David,
Yeah,
you
but
would
you
not go.
know that Larry David could sit there and talk. I don't think that about John Cusack or Candace Cameron. I don't know, they just
I just saw a thing for an evening with Carrie Ewells. Want to do it.
I don't
Don't
even
know
know
who he's
who
gonna
that
talk.
is.
What?
Who?
Carrie Ewells?
Harry Ewells.
Carrie Ewell, the Princess Bride.
Oh, it's not Ewells.
I always say it's Ewells. That's how I
No,
look
it's
at it.
Elwes.
Whatever.
Carrie Elwes.
He's doing an evening with. I don't know what he's gonna talk about. I want to go. This sounds fascinating.
I do like him. He was in the first Saw movie.
He was as well, yes. And if I can ask questions, I will ask about that.
Moving along, did you know that some areas go by like a half hour time zone difference? I only learned this recently.
What? It's an
Yeah.
hour. I always thought it
Yeah.
was an hour.
Like, well, obviously there's, 24 different hour time zones
Yeah.
across the world, but like India is off by however many hours, but also 30 minutes.
Hmm.
So like right now it's 10:16 p.m. Over there it's something in 46 minutes right now. What?
That's crazy.
What a
No,
mistake.
I don't like that.
I do that same exact one because my company that I work with works with people in India constantly.
Yeah,
So
I'm sure a lot of companies do. Yeah. Uh, I have an idea for a horror movie, and these people are getting murdered. They're found dead,
Typical horror movie. Okay, great start.
and it seems like there's a serial killer situation. because the details of the crime are similar,
Sounds like a great franchise. Yep.
but but the people have no connection to each other. It's unclear what the motive is. Uh, um, it's just the manner of the killing that leads the authorities to believe that they're connected. And it turns out that all of these people at one point in recent history had stayed at the same Airbnb at separate times, and they all logged into the Netflix there and didn't log out. So the killer also stayed at the Airbnb and took down all these people's information and figured out who they were and killed them all. I mean,
This
I
sounds
feel
like
like
a
that's actually a pretty good idea for a movie
this sounds like a horror movie I just saw on Netflix.
on
Like,
Netflix.
yeah, like I feel like Netflix would buy this immediately. But yeah, no, I mean, I feel like this is a movie where like went through like some time warp and they're at this house and like the time always resets and they have to figure out a way to live through the whole night.
I think there is a movie like that.
Yeah, that's what I just saw that movie on Netflix. Yeah, or your premise
I
reminds me of
did not
that.
rip this. I did not rip this is an original Mad M idea. I had this idea a couple months ago when I was at an Airbnb and we were doing the whole login thing.
Mm,
You've
But
heard of Netflix and chill. How about
I
Netflix and kill?
Netflix,
there
there
it
you
is.
go. There
There it
you
is. Look
go.
at Devin go. Hell
I mean,
yes.
I feel like if let's say that was a movie and it was well made and written and everything and people really liked it and it was popular, don't you think people would start making sure they logged out,
Yes.
right? That would
Every
inspire
time.
people to be like, yeah. So
I don't think I logged on to YouTube my last
I stayed
Airbnb.
at a hotel recently and logged into Netflix for my son. And then I meant to log out, but of course I didn't. And then when I got home, it dawned on me. So, I logged in remotely and, I logged out. You can sign out other
Hmm.
devices. So, whew, dodge that serial killer bullet.
Yeah. That's the reason I don't log in when I travel because I'm paranoid I'm going to forget.
Yeah, but you can log out remotely. I could go all night, guys, but I'll throw a couple more at you. I mentioned the
Mhm.
farm. Roosters, they cockadoodle all day long. It's not just the morning.
Yeah.
And that's bullshit. All
Hmm.
fucking day they
Yeah.
cock.
They're annoying as fuck. Yeah.
I think the phrase telling time is weird. Like, oh, I know how to tell time, or, you're telling time. That's a strange way to put that. I don't know. The term sudden death, right, we used in sports to indicate the instant or sudden end of a game. It's kind of dramatic, sudden death.
A little bit.
Maybe we don't need to use that term for the outcome of a ball game. I don't know if Brian's gonna like this one. I had this thought the other day. It has been way too long since I've had a cold Coca-Cola out of a glass bottle. Yeah, it's
Yeah, no,
true.
but no, glass bottle it hits differently. It does. I can admit that.
Yeah. Let's see. How come whenever you're watching a TV show or movie and somebody's in like a therapy session with their talking to their therapist, it's always like the last minute of the session, right?
Hmm.
You're never seeing the beginning or the middle. You're seeing
Do you want to watch a
two
full
sentences
hour
and then,
session?
oh, I guess we're out of time here. So we're just gonna write that scene the same way 100 million times. Speaking of doctor's offices, how come a doctor's office has the absolute, every doctor's office I've ever been in has the worst cell service imaginable? And also, what are you doing the most of when you're at the doctor's office is waiting. And maybe I can't use my phone. I have never been inside a Shake Shack. No particular reason.
What?
Shake Shack
Really?
has some of the best fries ever.
I mean, I hear good things. They're available. Just
They
haven't
are.
been.
They're delicious.
Uh, the title, Your Honor, that's pretty fucking obnoxious. Your Honor. The fuck out of here.
Would you rather be your excellency?
Can anything be belated, or is that exclusively for birthday wishes? It's the only thing that can be belated.
Anniversary.
Belated anniversary. Yeah, we went on a
Happy
belated honeymoon.
Yeah.
Merry
Yeah,
belated Christmas.
yeah,
There it is. Yes.
yeah. Okay, all right. Okay. Back in my day, she was just the princess. None of this Peach business. When did she become Peach?
That's a
Wasn't it
great
Princess
question.
Peach
Yeah,
too?
Yeah. Brian, when you're editing, make sure to add all the cricket noises.
I will. Don't worry.
I remember the first time somebody like Shazammed a song. It wasn't Shazam at the time, but that
Yeah.
function of identifying. First time somebody did that with their phone many years ago, my fucking head exploded. I was like, how is that possible?
I still
So,
have Shazam on my phone right now.
yeah, so do I. I was in disbelief that
It actually
technology
worked. Yeah.
technology could do that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's how far we've come. You can
And
identify
finally,
songs.
and finally, the term get changed. I'm gonna go get changed. What a weird way to say that. I'm gonna go get
What?
changed.
I say that every day when I get home
I
from work.
That's a
I'm gonna
weird,
go
but
get changed.
right. And everybody knows what you mean, and we're
Yeah.
not gonna change. We're not gonna change saying that, but get changed. Yo, go get changed.
Is that
Okay.
saying it out? Go get your clothes changed.
It's a strange way to say that. Get changed.
What would you rather me say, if I may ask?
I wouldn't rather you say anything, but we're talking about changing your clothing.
Yeah.
We're saying get changed, like get lost. Why don't you go get changed, bro?
Which the worst part is if I just wandered away, the first thing I would say is, "Where'd you go?" I went and got changed.
I mean, got changed. Like if somebody like changed the way they behave. All right. Thanks for listening to the inside of Matt M's head. We're gonna move on to Dino Eggs, which is confessions. And Bryant, why don't you get us started?
All right. I'll do a confession. I confessed it in our group chat a few weeks ago here because it's been so long now. I will admit, I'm 36 years old. I have slept on these same pillows for 36 years.
What?
Yep. I have baby pictures that my mother has in our home of me with those pillows. So I know they have been with me for a very long time. I have slept on them for so many years now. They are currently on our bed right now. Sue unfortunately makes me put pillowcases on them now, but they are still there. 36 years, the same pillows, never changed.
Okay.
The same
First
rule.
first of all, you need to get changed with that.
No, they're great
Uh
pillows. They work.
okay. First of all, that seems very not hygienic.
I wash them.
Okay, that's good.
They're
But
still get they,
still,
yeah, they're still washed. I mean, it's fine.
why would you not want to have pillowcases?
Well, I never had them when I was younger, so it didn't matter to me. I
Are,
mean,
we talking about classic bedroom pillows?
no. Like, so these pillows are the WWF pillows from many, many years ago. There was this whole bed
Um,
set. Like the front side is like the Road Warriors and Hulk Hogan and
okay.
Macho Man. The back side's like Legion of Doom, Jake the Snake, Big Boss Man. And it's those pillows that came with this set. It had a blanket and everything, but the blanket, we never got the blanket. We just did the pillows. So I just
Okay.
had those pillows. There's two pillows. I've had them forever.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense, especially with coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. But yeah, 36 years, had the same pillows. I've told Sue that if they ever come up missing, I will either divorce her or just run away to live at the dump to find them. So they'll never leave. And yeah, confession is that
That is
36
a
years.
that is a confession because
Yeah.
I not something most people would want to admit.
No, not at all.
I got a new pillow
My
for Christmas.
pillows are older than Devin. There it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are.
that's okay. I'm a little skeeved out. Let's go to Devin for a Devin confession. Just get it
All right.
out.
So my confession, I got a new pillow last Christmas. It's not that, but so my confession, I don't know if it's too much of a big confession, but we're all huge pro wrestling fans. Well, something that's very similar to pro wrestling is soap operas, in my opinion. It's just all the
Mm-hmm.
outside the ring jargon.
Of course.
Well,
Classically compared. Classically compared.
the past year and a half, I've been obsessed with this show, Beyond the Gates. I watch it every single night. It's during the day while I'm at work, so I'll record it and then watch it every single night. It's about this rich black family in Washington, D.C., and I've been enthralled with it for, yeah, a year now.
Never even
And
heard of this
It's a
show.
soap
it's a
opera.
soap
I
opera?
never thought I'd like it, but I do.
What does it air on?
It's on CBS.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Matt, how did you not know this?
How did I not know this?
It's
What
called
is it
Beyond the
called?
Gates. They just did a crossover with Young and the Restless.
Oh my God.
Huh. Oh God, Young and the
How
Restless.
are
Oh,
these shows on?
noon? Like,
Yeah.
do you not
How?
remember being homesick? You'd watch Wheel of Fortune, and then you'd
Yeah,
watch the soap operas with
Price
whoever
is
was
Right.
taking care of you. Price is Right too.
Price is
Price is
Right.
Right. Yeah,
When I
sorry,
was
Price is Right.
homesick as a kid, I would watch The Price is Right and The Joy of Painting.
And Jerry
Mm.
Springer.
Yeah.
That's a good one too.
That's interesting. Can't remember why, but there was like a 2 day stretch like 15 years ago where I had a soap opera on. I honestly have no idea why. But what I remember is they would have like a scene and then a commercial, and then like a scene and then a commercial, and then a scene, and it was like one scene per
Hmm.
commercial. And also, like there would be like a conversation, and it would, okay, let's pretend like you were the actor shooting it. You would shoot one scene, and then the way they edited it was they just broke it up into six different pieces, and when you watched that hour, it was just cut into one thing that happened was cut into six pieces. And it was
Sounds
like,
terrible.
this is, yeah, I don't like this formula.
That's why I have to
Uh,
watch every single day because the story. If I don't watch
yeah,
the
right.
story,
It doesn't go very,
Does
it's
it go
slow,
well? Yeah, you
right?
don't know
It's
what's
like
going on.
super
uh,
duper slow, right?
Ah,
yeah.
Yeah,
I
well,
have one more for us, just because another one
please.
of the things that I'm obsessed with is reality TV.
Oh God,
uh,
you poor kid.
Well, so in my reality TV obsession, one of the big shows I'm in love with is Big Brother.
Oh yeah, I
Back
remember
11
this.
years ago, one of my classmates, Steve, shout out Steve, he won season 17.
wow.
Okay, that's actually cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
And this Thursday, season 28 comes out. So tune in to
Jesus,
CBS this Thursday. This isn't a promotion, sorry,
Um,
but
it
love
is
C
now.
Man, love CBS. I have never seen Big Brother, and I have never seen Survivor.
What? I find
Never,
that hard to believe.
never, ever, ever. I
How?
do not like reality TV. I
oh,
do not like game shows, really. Maybe some of the classic ones. I just don't. I don't like. I mean, first of all, they're not real. I just don't like them. I don't know. It's the same formula, just being reused and reused and reused.
How have you not watched at least Survivor? I
I've never
mean,
seen it. I
I've
mean,
seen
of course,
Survivor.
I know about it,
Well, yeah, of course. Survivor's a huge thing.
but no, I just have no interest in
I
it.
love me some drama, even if it's manufactured. I
I
love
have no
No, of
interest in
course. Yeah.
it. Mm-mm. No. Very good confession on the soap opera because that is not something a lot of young men probably do.
No.
it.
For
No,
my confession, this will work with the two of you and it would have worked with Brad too. I don't know if I don't know how this is going to be taken, or even if it's even a strong enough confession. But when I was growing up, my family had an illegal cable box. And I watched all the wrestling pay-per-views without having to pay for the vast majority of growing up that in the 90s and 2000s.
You pirate, you.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I wasn't in charge of the household as a child. My parents got it, and you were able to get it just descrambled. You remember the scrambled? It descrambled the pay-per-views. So I would and there was monthly pay-per-views, so I would always watch the WWF pay-per-views and sometimes WCW, and that allowed me to be a pretty dedicated fan, and as you know, I still am. Um, but I didn't have to pay. It's awesome.
That's the greatest thing ever.
It's great. Isn't that great?
That is great.
And you know what would happen? Eventually, they would like get busted. Like it would. The term was it would get zapped.
Hmm.
It'd get zapped and then it would stop working, and then you'd get another one. You pay for another one, but it was still worth it, like
Yeah,
or the cost of replacing it. It was. So those FBI piracy warnings,
that
if
was
you
all you.
believe the story I am telling is true,
You're the reason
then I
for it.
guess we were in violation back then, but
You're the reason.
maybe not. Maybe not. Asterisk, these stories are for entertainment purposes only.
I say that as I have a stand over here that has a bunch of VHS tapes for when we bought pay-per-views. We would record them so I could watch them
Oh
back
yeah,
later.
yeah. I have, yeah. My dad used to record movies. I mean, they would be like network broadcasts. They had commercials in them.
Hmm.
But we had, because my dad was pretty good for with technology when they were younger. Like I think better than the average person, the average boomer, let's say. So we
Yeah,
always we always rec- we I always had tons of movies to watch, which was awesome.
nice.
The
Yeah.
eggs have confessed, and this brings us to the end of the Bradless episode. I hope we did a good enough job. I know I'm not great at the host thing here, and also I am exhausted. And tomorrow, as we record this, is the 4th of July, and it's America's birthday. I don't even know if I have the energy for this tomorrow.
You're gonna find it. Don't
We
worry.
shall see. We shall see. But
Without Brad, we're left scrambled. Matt is exhausted.
that's
Oh my gosh, we are a
right.
shell of ourselves right
And
now.
and
Love
the
it.
and the dad jokes have a rove. But thank you everybody for listening. We are Three Eggs Are Better Than One, cooking up every Monday morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere else you get your podcasts. Find us on YouTube at Three Eggs Are Better Than One. The number three, the letter R, and the number one. Like, subscribe, and comment. Follow us on X, Blue Sky, Instagram, and TikTok at Three Eggs Are Better. The number three, the letter R. And our individual accounts at Yes Man Brad, at B Ramza. I am at Purple Shirt Guy without the I. Devin is DevDow97. Apologies to Bober, we ran out of time. Thank you again to Devin. We'll see Brad back as soon as we can. Thanks for listening. Bryant, why don't you finish it up for us?
We had a lot of fun here. We want to again thank Devin for stepping into the shoes. Brad has a big spot here, and Devin fills it in perfectly for us. We confessed a little. We told some stories. Matt has tons of observations as always, and we love hearing them. So, but on that note, the egg timer's been set. We'll see you guys next week.